Hello, hello. It's Lindsay Landry, energy alchemist and heart shaman for healers and soul led women who are ready to connect deeply to themselves, get into alignment, and call in massive pleasure, prosperity, and flow. So, in this reading, we're going to be diving into what do you need to get your business into alignment, get your offers into alignment so that you can call in the clients and cash that you're desiring as soon as possible. So this is timeless. So whether you're watching it right now in February or whenever you find it, this message is meant for you. And I'm super excited about this. And what I also want to say is go ahead and if you are enjoying these readings, please like the video, like my channel, drop me a comment so that I know that you're enjoying it. I know to keep doing these, right? If there's something specific that you'd like me to read around, so like if there's a specific area in business or a specific thing, in your relationship that you're like, oh, I really wish she'd go a little bit more specific towards this thing, then also let me know in the comments so that I know, you know, what it is that would serve you most. And in human design, I am a sacral generator. So I really actually work really well off of feedback. I can feel in, and then it's easy for me to generate energy from the feedback that I receive. So, yeah, I'd love to play. I'd love to serve you. And it helps me when you let me know where you are or you let me know what you're enjoying, to know where to focus my time and energy. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about this reading. Before we drop in, I'm feeling guided to just say a little prayer and to ask Spirit to guide me and also to open you to what it is that you're needing to hear, to receive from being here on this video card reading, right? Today, my prayer is that what you're needing finds you and it activates you and moves you closer to yourself and also to the creative flow that is wanting to move through you. So, one more little thing, nugget before we drop in to the readings. But, when we are wanting to move towards love, wanting to move towards prosperity, money, right? Or service, a lot of times we can get into this place of feeling like we need to do something, right? To move into that energy, or like there's something that we need to add to our experience. Like we're not enough yet, right? We need to learn something new. We need to do something new. Like there's something that's missing and we need to become more. And that's not the case. And most of the time when it comes to calling in clients, calling in money, it's actually opening to the flow. So it's letting go of whatever is blocking you. And it's letting go of the resistance so that the love and abundance that you are, that is already in you, it's already in your field, it's already in motion, so that it can simply flow to you, right? So that message is coming through really strong and it feels really important to share. Okay, let me just see. do I need to name that? Okay, the last thing that Spirit is showing me is they're showing me or asking me to share if you're noticing yourself really in your head, right? So if you are trying to figure things out, you're trying to create from a space up here, what they want you to prioritize is getting into your body. So your number one priority is asking yourself, what do I need to get into my body? What do I need to sink deeper in, right? To come to my heart, to open my heart. What is it that I'm needing? So they want you to move from that space. And if you find yourself in a space of um, trying to manage all the things, trying to figure things out, strategizing, like, yes, we do need some strategy. And if you are over strategizing, overthinking things, spending a lot of energy trying to figure things out, there's a different way. There's a different way that you could be doing things that actually would be so much easier. It would be more fun and you would get more results. So that's what they're wanting me to share. And these readings may open you to that as well. Okay, so I have 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. You can pick one of them or you can pick all of them, whatever's calling you, right? So go ahead and pick your card and we're going to drop in. Oh, okay. So the first card, these are my fairy cards. This is one of my oldest decks. So this card is Guacha. And this is all about imaginary fears, illusions, and also real fears. And so this card is inviting you to really look at your fears. And also, what's coming to me is your insecurities. So sometimes we have fears and insecurities that we create these protections around. And the protections might be perfectionism, or it might be feeling like you need things to be a certain way. Spirit is totally showing me this through my own experience, but feeling like you need things to be a certain way before you can do them, right? And so I personally experienced this as I was relaunching my business. So we were living in a studio apartment and I had my animals. I had 3 animals at a time. One of my cats was sick, and I felt like it was almost impossible for me to sit down and focus, or for me to sit down and, do a video like this. And one of the reasons was because of the space that I was in, right? And I felt like I needed the animals to be quiet. I needed things to be more together, right? And so I noticed my nervous system and my insecurities were rattled and all of these different things. If you are noticing that, that's an invitation for you to work on those places within yourself. And at the same time, there becomes an edge of, okay, this is work that I need to do within myself. And I noticed so much fear and resistance bubbling within me around offering this ceremony. I have done the work before, right? I've held these ceremonies before. I absolutely love holding them. And I still noticed the, the fear, the resistance, the uncertainty within me. And so I had to find a deep discernment within myself around, okay, are these fears and insecurities something that I need to just work on first? Or is moving forward in my process, even if, say you want 20 people in the ceremony, right? Even if I can't meet that goal this time, do I just keep moving forward, or do I not move forward because I don't think that I can meet the goal, or I'm not in a place to fully meet the goal? There is no right or wrong to this, but what I have personally experienced is that by letting yourself take the action, even if, you know, it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be exactly how you want it to be, you get into the energy that you're wanting to get into through going through the experience. When I started my business, I gave away a lot of free sessions. I also gave away classes. I gave away packages. The reason for that, and I mean, it was a very select experience, right? When I would gift things, but the reason for that was because it allowed me to get into the energy. The more I could get into the energy, then the more the energy would flow through me and begin to bubble and create through me. So I feel like for you to find alignment, you're needing to look at where your fears and insecurities have been holding you back, keeping you in resistance. And then you need to get honest with yourself around, okay, is this something that I need to work on behind the scenes? And it could be both, right? Or is this something that I'm needed to sort of push my edge with? And maybe it's getting, real and honest and just being honest with your people. Like that could be medicine. It might be medicine for you and it might be an offering for them. Like when I share honestly and raw with my community, with you, often people thank me. They're like, thank you so much. Red's he's sleeping and he's making noise, growling. He's my protector. But people thank me, and sometimes it's really challenging for me to get to that place of sharing those vulnerabilities. But often the medicine is, it's like medicine moving through me. It's a humbling experience, and it's a very human experience that people can relate to. And so often that is part of the connection point. When you can find a way to make medicine out of the fears and the insecurities. So let me just see if there's any additional messages from tarot that will support you in aligning and making some money. All right, my beauty. You're getting all of these reverse cards. Okay, so there's definitely some fear and resistance. And you may need to give yourself a certain amount of time. 3 days. 3 is like one of my magic numbers. Give yourself 3 days. Okay, the next 3 days, my priority is going to be letting myself fully go into this experience, throw the temper tantrum, allow the emotions to move through. If you're feeling depressed, go into the depression, if you're feeling afraid of like not knowing how, things are going to work out, not knowing what to do, go into it. If you're feeling in your head and you're like, oh, Red's making noise. If you're feeling in your head and you're like wanting to figure out all the details, really feel what it feels like to feel in that place. Okay. Let yourself feel it in your body, this experience. Um, if you need to, ask for help, whether it's from a friend, whether it's community, whether it's reaching out for support. Reaching out to support and knowing when to reach out to support is not a weakness, it is a strength. Okay. So let yourself reach out to support if you need it. The star, this is like your wishes. This is your heart's fulfillment. It was reversed. And so there's an energy that's like blocking this. Are you denying it? Are you denying your own heart? Do you not believe that what it is that you truly want or desire is important? And another place to look at is like, where do your desires meet your community's desires? Like, where's the meeting point? The Four of Pentacles reversed. So you can see she's holding her pentacles, but she's holding them really close. So two things come forward. This was also reversed. So you're either holding on to something and you're not sharing it all, right? You're like keeping it really close and hidden and you're like withholding, or you're needing to set some boundaries. And maybe it's also standards. So where are you needing to set boundaries? And this could be with yourself. This could be with your community. This might be in your relationships. Where are you needing to raise your standards, raise the bar, and sometimes the boundary is like being willing to be a stand for ourselves. So it's like, okay, I see that you're afraid, right? To your little girl inside that's afraid. I see you're afraid. I see you're feeling insecure. And this is the reality. By not doing the thing, one, we're not even giving ourselves the opportunity to feel something different. Two, we're staying stuck in this situation that is making us feel insecure and shitty, right? Three, we're validating the crappy experience. So I love you, and I absolutely know that you are made for more than this. And these are our options. You might have to have that conversation or that level of conversation with yourself and with the little girl in you. Sometimes we need boundaries. And, I'm all about fully feeling. I'm all about sitting with the parts of myself that need to feel. And, sometimes that's part of the boundary. Like, okay, I'm willing to sit here and feel with you. And, we'll give ourselves the day, and then this is what needs to happen. So, yes, tough love with yourself. And then the moon. This is about going inward, and this was also reversed. And so, it's really important for you to go in to look at these fears and insecurities and just get honest with yourself. Get really honest with yourself. If you need support with this, my soul reset process, the mini course, I'd love to gift it to you. either leave me a comment below or reach out to me personally at soulinspiredhealth@gmail.com or on Facebook, Lindsay or Landry. You can private message me and just say soul reset. And I'd love to give that to you because we go a lot deeper into fears and different things, and also into your experience through moving through your experience. That's what that whole course is really about. So if that calls you, let me know. And of course, I'm also available for, one-on-one support if you're needing to go deeper or wanting to go deeper. All right. Okay, so pile number 2. Your card is Mickle a Muckle. And I'm actually going to look this one up because I'm not 100% sure what. Everyday blessings play mixed blessings. And this one was reversed. So it says the reversed signifies behavior that is optimistic, opportunistic, self-centered, inconsiderate, selfish, and childish. It can speak to clinging of unrealistic notions about security, to the known path, and rejecting adventure. Okay. So what I'm feeling is you're sort of in this rut doing them, right? What I'm feeling for you is it's important to begin to ask yourself, where is life? What is alive? What would aliven me? What would bring me life? What would turn me on, right? We need to find this energy within you. Where is the turn on? Where is the desire, the spark in you? So if you're just going through the motions doing the same thing, you might be feeling kind of dull about your offers. You might not be feeling super excited. It's not always about having to reinvent your offer or totally rework all the things. Sometimes when we just find that spark within us, then we can find the passion again about our work. And that's what I'm feeling. So I don't feel like this is so much about your actual offers. I feel like it's more about you reconnecting to your spark, reconnecting to your turn on, reconnecting to your passion and the life force that wants to flow through you. And I can feel that there's some resistance here. So I'm curious about what the resistance is. It's almost like fear of success, fear of abundance. The card that came forward is the Page of Cups, and this is like the soulmate card. This is a spiritual messenger. It also can signify like soulmate connection. So it doesn't have to be a partner. This can also be like your soulmate clients. they're there. I feel like you have people around you that are like watching you and they're waiting. And I get the sense that it's not so much about your offers. It's more about you simply opening and you allowing the energy to flow through you. So I'm curious about, yeah, what your resistance is. Why are you not allowing the energy flow? The Knight of Cups. It the energy that's coming forward is like a playing hard to get. You know, the Knight of Cups is like romance. It's wanting to offer you something. And that's kind of what I feel. It's like spirits wanting to offer you something, and you're like withdrawing, you're pulling back. Um, what is it? What is it in you? You know, where is this coming from? It what I'm feeling, and this might not be for everyone, but this is going to be for some of you, is it's like you want more, and you're afraid, like if you let these clients in and you let the money in, it's going to be a bigger responsibility, or it's going to be more work for you. And that might be the case, but it doesn't have to be the case. Yeah, it's like I feel so much pressure, you know, pressure on my back, pressure on my shoulders. Even as I'm like sharing the message, I feel myself like feel like you need to work hard. I feel like it's more about just allowing even the people that show up to work with you. I really feel like there's gonna be a level of ease if you can sort of like put the reins down, right? Like, so what I want to give you as a homework assignment is like what I'm seeing is an Epsom salt bath. Letting yourself soak 20 minutes, 30 minutes, soak in the tub, put some essential oils, play some music. Um, yeah, give yourself permission to relax. If you don't have a tub, you can get some Himalayan salt and literally scrub yourself. Like I just put a little bit in my hand because I live in a camper and we don't have a tub. But I put some in my hand, and when I'm in the shower, I just rub. So it's like clearing my energy space. Um, Another practice you can do, a self care practice, is a self massage, some essential oils, just really loving yourself and noticing those places where it's like there's stress and there's tension, and just being so kind, so gentle. You could get yourself a massage. That would be really loving. Also, just giving yourself permission to kind of veg out, whether it's having a movie night or going outside, laying in the sun, and just like make the decision for how, 24 hours for a day. You're sort of going to take a day retreat or something. Like it feels like pulling your energy back and really giving yourself like a time frame to relax. Set a timer if you need to. But like when you say yes to that time frame, say say yes fully, right? Don't worry about clients, don't worry about other stuff. Give yourself fully to yourself during that period. Okay? So for you, it's more about getting out of the pushing and striving, relaxing, and letting yourself begin to open and receive. So that's what's coming forward for you, my love. All right. Or you can check out the way that I'm currently working with my clients. Okay, and then the last card is Oh That Gnome. Okay. And I'm just going to double check on this one as well because I have an idea of what the reading is, but I haven't played with these in a while. Okay, yes. So trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. And it was reversed. Which, this card is always sort of reversed. But it says, in a way, the trickster is always reversed and sometimes even preversed. Sometimes the reversed is even reversed in other dimensions. Standing on his head, he could be saying, be careful, there's trickery going on, or he who hesitates is lost, or play it safe, or fools rush in where angels fear to tread. But this isn't necessarily a bad thing because sometimes fools accomplish things that angels thought impossible. Are completely honest or complete honesty may not be the best policy, but lying is definitely not the best policy, or discretion is better. But which you ask is the real answer. Oh, you want that kind of answer. A neat one in a box. I'm sorry. Oh, that gnome doesn't do those kinds of answers. He's here to shake you up, jolt loose some preconceptions, help you see yourself and your situation as it really is, and aid you in finding a new unorthodox response. Chaos happening. And what I want to just invite you towards, just let's do a little tapping right now. Let's get into the body. You can also do some bilateral tapping. It's safe for me to be here. It's safe for me to be here. It's safe for me to fully be here. In this moment, in this time, in this dimension of time and space. It's safe for me to claim my space. It's safe for me to take up space. It's safe for me to claim my space. It's safe for me to take up space. What would it feel like to allow myself to take up more space? If I drop the chaos and the confusion, what is really there? What is underneath the chaos and the confusion? It is safe for me to be real and honest with myself. Sometimes we play these games with ourselves. We pretend like we're confused. We pretend like we're lost. We pretend like we're the victim, like we're not capable, like we don't know what to do. And the truth is, we know. So, what I want to invite you towards here is to notice the illusions, kind of like the Wizard of Oz, all of this smoke and mirrors, right? And it's a little part of you that's creating all of this. She knows what you need. So I want to call her forward, and I want to invite you to turn towards her and notice what she's sharing with you, what she's telling you. Feel it in your body. What comes forward might be like, it's time to get quiet. It might be, no more playing small, enough. She might be pissed. Just see what you notice. I feel like this is an invitation for you to come forward. I feel myself calling you forward here. Like, I see you, sister. You are not small. You are not a victim. I see you. And I want to call you forward. It's time. If you knew it was going to work out, what would you be doing if it already worked? If it already worked out? If it worked out, how would you feel? What would you be doing right now? So, what is on the other side of the struggle? What is on the other side of the confusion and the chaos? The drama. What is on the other side? If you just put it down, if you put that energy down, then what? The world needs you, sister. It is time. If you need help, put your big girl pants on and get some help. Let somebody help you. That is not weakness, that is strength. A queen doesn't do it by herself. She lets people help her. She lets people support her in lots of different capacities. If you are trying to do it all, it's time to put some things down. It's time to really discern and decide what your priority is and what is most important to you. And even in that, spirit is there waiting to help you. You have to ask, you have to delegate. Okay. such a fierce love coming through for you. And you might even notice this, like wanting to move through you. And I say yes. Let the fierce love move through you. If you've been playing good girl, if you've been playing nice, it's time for you to get honest, get real, start calling things out. Tell your audience, like, look, this is serious. Look, this is why you need this. This is why you aren't getting results. This is why it's not working for you. Let that come through you. Okay, so the cards that came forward, Page of Wands. You know, the page is like the student. This is about being willing to take an action step, being willing to learn. And then the Seven of Swords, you know, sabotage, defeat, betrayal. I feel like this is you sabotaging yourself, betraying yourself. You know, it could be out external if you've been betrayed or you felt betrayed. And if there's some things that need cleaning up, if you have a wound that needs some tending, sister, tend it. You're the queen. Or get support to tend it so that you can move forward, because this is important. This is important. No more playing victim, no staying in that energy. There's a time and space. Sometimes we are in a victim spot. I lost my home in a hurricane. My boyfriend, he was in a life-threatening accident. He died twice. I was thrown into a world, into a reality where I felt like a victim. I really did. And I mean, rightfully so, right? And, you know, there's a time when we have to know when it's time, like when that's part of the healing process, to let ourselves feel and be in that energy or move through it. And then when it's actually time to lick our wounds and let the wound heal, let go of the story and step forward. And I say this with so much swords. This is clarity. Laser sharp clarity. It's coming. It's coming, but you have to make the decision that you're ready, you're willing to move forward. Once you make the decision to move forward, once you get super clear, you find that sword, right? Like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. It's time to move forward. You're going to have the clarity that you need. Okay, but you have to claim it for yourself. It's not going to fall from the sky. You have to claim it. You have to cultivate it. You have to make that decision. So, and for any of you who are still here, if you are wanting to deepen into manifesting, attracting, this month I am hosting a free event in my Facebook community, Soul Inspired Success. We're going to be diving into manifesting abundance, love, money, and magic. So I'd love for you to come play with us. It's going to be lighthearted. It's going to be fun. I'm also going to be hosting weekly support calls and intuitive guidance. I'd love to have you join us. The best way is to join the Facebook community, or you can email me at soulinspiredhealth@gmail.com, and I can get you the information that way as well. Thanks for playing. I'm having so much fun with these. If you're having fun, if you're enjoying it, if it's helpful, let me know in the comments below. Like the video, like the channel. That way I can keep doing this and I know to focus my energy on these. And if you'd like to dive in one-on-one with me, you can claim a free prosperity activation, or also learn more about my work below as well. I'm sending you so much love.